Right, in this video we're going to calculate mean, range, mean and median from data that's presented in a frequency table, in this case discrete data. So I asked ... students how many pens they had in their pencil case. These are the results. The number of pens, frequency. This frequency could quite easily say number of people, which would mean exactly the same thing. Frequency is how many. So number of pens, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Frequency, 2, 5, 10, 7, 1. So if you haven't seen frequency tables before or for a while, you sometimes forget what they are. This means 2 people said they had no pens. 5 people said they had 1 pen, and so on. 7 people said they had 3 pens in their pencil case. So I asked how many people, the first bit, but the how many is the frequency, so we need the total frequency. It tells us how many people we asked. So 2 people said no pens, 5 said 1, so on. So the total number of people asked is the sum of the frequency column. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 10, 17, plus the 7, 24, plus the 1 is 25 people. So we asked 25 students how many pencils they had in their pencil case. Right. Write down the mode. Now, mode means most common, as in, what was the most common answer given in this survey? So, most common means highest frequency. Most common, most frequent, highest frequency. And you can see the highest frequency is 10. Now, a lot of people write down 10 as the answer, especially if they haven't seen it for a while or if they didn't revise it. The answer is not 10. The data is about pens. 10 is nobody had 10 pens, so the answer could not possibly be 10. So 10 people had 2 pens. That's more than nobody else had that many pens. 7 people had 3 pens. 2 is the mode. For the range, now again, it's highest take lowest, but what it isn't is 10 take away 1, because the data is about number of pens. The highest number of pens in the survey is 4, and the lowest number of pens is 0, right? So the range is 4 minus 0 equals 4. Now is as good a time as any to actually talk about what a frequency table is, just in case you've either never seen one or you've forgotten. So a frequency table, all it is a short way of writing down a long list of numbers. So this was the frequency table, so this was number of pens, and this was frequency, number of people. They're the exact same frequencies. And what this means is there's 2 zeros. So if the data was written as a list, it would be this exact list with 2 zeros, with 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, with 10 twos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7 threes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 4. So that's why when if you saw the list of numbers, you would never ever write down that the range equals 10 minus 1, or that the mode equals 10, because it's just there's no 7 there and there's no 10. But for bigger and bigger frequencies, total frequencies, it becomes completely unworkable, unfeasible to actually write out the massive list of numbers. But that's all frequency tables are. They are a quick way of writing down a very short list of numbers. Now for the mean, so you know that the mean is going to be the total number of pencils divided by the total number of people. So I've seen it too many times. People will do something like 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 7 plus 1, and then they'll divide by 5, or they'll add these up and divide by 5 or something like that. Look, whatever you do, you need to divide by 25. There's 25 students, and often in the first line of the question that number's given. So whatever it is, mean is going to be something divided by 25. Now the something is the total number of pencils. So another thing that you should never forget in maths, multiplication is a short way of adding up, and that's all it is and ever has been. So if you think about the list of numbers, there were 25 numbers. To get each number represented the number of pens in a pencil case. To get the total, we could have just added them up. But if you know that there's 2 zeros, 5 ones, 10 twos, multiplying the number of pens, the n, times the frequency, the f, will tell you like the totals of each of those. So 2 times 0 is that those 2 people contributed no pens. 5 times 1 is a total of 5. 10 times 2 is 20. So the 10 people with 2 pens in their pencil case had 20 pens altogether. 7 times 3 is 21, and 4 times 1 is 4. So the total number of pens is 0 plus 5, which is 25, plus 21 plus 4. 21 plus 4 is another 25, so that gives us 50 pens in total. So number of pens, number of people, so it's 50 divided by 25, which is a very convenient number. Mean equals 2 pens. So the average number of pens per pencil case, a mean average, is 2. The median is a bit more challenging. And for median, I reckon it's best to think in terms of this n plus 1 over 2, which works for any list of numbers and for a normal frequency table. It will not work for a grouped frequency table, but you wouldn't generally do median there anyway. So we know n is 25, so because there's 25 people right here, so 25 plus 1 over 2, well 25 plus 1 is 26, is the 13th person or 13th position. So basically, however many pencils there are in the 13th pencil case, that is the answer. So if I had a bit more room, I'd probably have another column that was kind of cumulative frequency, which we should have done by now, but I'm just going to put it in here. So maybe a CF, which was a running total of frequencies. So up to here, it's just 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. So we've got 7 people in all. And 7 plus 10 is 17. So basically, if I take you back to the list of numbers, first 2 numbers are 0, and the next 5 numbers are all 1. And then the next 10 numbers after that are all 2. So the 13th number would be 2. As if you go back to look at the list, it would be 2, so it's 2 pens. So the median is the same as the mean, as it can be. Okay, and just for confirmation, seeing as we do actually have the list, 25 numbers, 25 plus 1 over 2 is 13. The 13th number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is 2. So that is our median.